revelations. I know you sent me some, but I was waiting for the miracle, for the miracle to come. I know you really love me, but you see my hands were tied. I know it must have hurt you. It must have hurt your pride. Be standing beneath my window with your bugle and your drum. And me, I'm up there waiting for the miracle to come. Nothing left to do when you know that you've been taken. Nothing left to do when you're begging for a crumb. Nothing left to do when you got to go on waiting for the miracle to come. I dreamed about you, baby. It was just the other night. Half of you was naked, but the rest of you was light. The sands of time were falling from your fingers and your thumbs. And we were waiting for the miracle to come. When you've fallen on the highway and you're lying in the rain, and they ask you how you're doing, you say you can't complain. They ask for more information, and then you've got to play it dumb. Just say you're waiting for the miracle to come. I made it! Was that the miracle? Sorry, I didn't mean for that to be a bad joke. I didn't see the time. I was waiting here in my little cubicle with clean air, and then I got bored and I went out to do something. Wah, wah. Leather Pirate, Gabriella, Knighted, waiting and hoping. Sorry. Hello, Philip. Well, yeah, so what's happening out here? I've got an air purifier in here. I can set to high. How's that? It's supposed to clear the air faster, but it makes a bunch of noise. So there's fire, there's like smoke, it's smoky out there. We're hidden inside. We do have oversteeped tea. It was waiting for me also. We can try to peek out. Kind of smoky. It's a pretty light, but just I don't know. Get a little bit. I guess the sensible thing is to do inside things. Like what? It's a conspiracy to make you try to do computer work. No! I rebel! I rebel! I rebel against doing computer work. For a little while. I'll get to it. But I'm not ready yet. I still want. So what's happening is that we're closed off from the light too. We don't get to see anything out there. We can see out that window. We don't want it to get too hot in here. It's gonna get hot in here anyway. So I get bored. I think about all the things I want to do outside. I go out and start to do stuff. But bad thing about the fire smoke is that it's probably bad for you, like whatever, over the long term. But even in the moment, it's exhausting. You're trying to do something. You're like, oh, this is kind of exhausting. It must be bad for me to be trying to do anything whatsoever. So just sit in your dark room and, I don't know, read or something. I did have, yeah, grow up. That's what I need to do one of these days. No, I grow up sometimes. I did take some time off. I went out with a little adventure, and we've got a story to read. We've got some sands that are running, and yeah, I put all my projects away, and had a couple days off. So the story of the day seems to be about why you don't get to go traveling anymore. What's going on in the world over here? The sands of time are running in the fingers in the clock. It's a revolution against the robots. Going traveling. Once upon a time, there was a poor woman who had a son. He wanted to go traveling very much, but his mother said, "How can you travel when we have no money whatsoever to give you?" Then the son said, "I'll get along all right. I'll just keep saying, 'Not much, not much, not much.'" So he walked for some time and kept saying, "Not much, not much, not much." Then he came to a group of fishermen and said, "God help you." "Not much, not much, not much." "What did you say, fellow? Not much?" And indeed, when the fishermen pulled up in their nets, they had not caught much fish. So one of them beat the young fellow with a stick and said, "Now you've seen how much I can thrash you, haven't you?" "But what should I say?" asked the young man. "You should say, 'Catch a lot, catch a lot.'" Then he again walked for some time and kept saying, "Catch a lot, catch a lot, catch a lot," until he came to a gallows where a poor sinner was about to be hanged. Then he said, "Good morning, catch a lot, catch a lot." "What did you say, fellow? Catch a lot?" Do you think the world needs more wicked people? Aren't there enough? Again, he was given a good beating. But what should I say? You should say, may God comfort the poor soul. So the young man continued on his way and kept saying, may God comfort the poor soul. Now he came to a ditch where a knacker was standing and skinning a horse. The young man said, good morning, may God comfort the poor soul. What did you say, you nasty fellow? And he gave the youth such a blow on the head with his skinning hook that he was dazed and could not see. But what should I say? Stay there in the ditch, you carcass. Then he continued on his way and kept saying, stay there in the ditch, you carcass. Stay there in the ditch, you carcass. Soon he came to a wagon carrying a load of people and said, good morning. Stay there in the ditch, you carcass. The wagon then fell into a ditch, and the driver took his whip and gave the young fellow such a beating that he had to crawl home to his mother. And he never went traveling as long as he lived. Isn't it such a sad story? So, the sands of time are indeed running. We've got clean air in here, but if we go try to do anything, we're reprimanded sorely by the smoke. It says, stay in your dark little room and read a book or something. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'm too, I've got enough energy to want to do something, but every time I go try to do it, well, we got this far. What time is it? We're late, but we made it here. We told a story. We've got another song to sing. That's true. It's true. We have another. Oh, yeah, that's something. But we'll get to that in a bit. I could sit and clean my room in here. But it's like that story, Dr. Seuss story, The Cat in the Hat, when the kids are looking out the window saying they want to go out and do something, but it's raining. But instead, for me, it's smoking. And I'm looking out the window, thinking what I could be doing. Yeah. Fires. It's fire season, and I don't know how far away they are. I didn't look. I'm just looking at the what do they call it? AQI index. And if it's 150, it's really bad. Even if you might not notice it in the moment being really bad, it supposedly is really bad. And I think today's at least 150. Tomorrow's supposed to be like 170. And what's happening, I think, is that the air coming in from the coast is pushing all the smoke. And it keeps coming from the fires. So, as far as I remember, we didn't have any smoke. I'm borrowing a little robot filter. It's a little R2D2 thing here. I can press this one. It gets loud. But it's pretty amazing. I was thinking, like, I guess I need my own air filter sometime for these situations. And so what's next in our order of business? I do have a song. I have a little story. I think the fires aren't close by. I'm pretty sure they're. But I guess you've always got to be prepared. That's one of the things out here. You've got to be ready. I remember one time, I think the closest, there was the one time when I was packed. It was at down south, and it was like, came to the neighboring county, and so everyone was watching it, and we got all packed. I packed up everything I thought I might have wanted if everything else burnt away. And it's an interesting exercise, considering what you would want to keep for a new life. That was, I have that as a story. I don't have all my, do I have my books available to read that story? Nah, we'll just read the new story. We'll read the new story, have a new song, and get on with the day in some way. In some way, what's going on over there? I've got myself some green tea, but if I'm not careful, I'm gonna run out of cream before tomorrow morning. I don't know. The interesting thing about the smoke is that the wildlife is different as well. The yellow jackets don't seem to mind, but there's less birds. There's much less birds making bird sounds. They're all hiding away somewhere. I saw some squirrels. The squirrels are out. And yeah, the ground hornets have the ground hornet war continues, and I tried a few tactics which were evidently not successful. We'll see. I'm giving them a few days rest here. All right, we're gonna sing a song. And a story. This is from the last Moonlit Missive. Did anyone get to hear it? That was a song that I wrote a long time ago in India when I was on Bengal Bay. I think in the mornings I'd get up and watch the sunrise from Bengal Bay. And it was a long time ago, but I wanted to pull that out and make a recording. I did actually make a kind of demo back then out in India on my little hand multi-track. I had some little thing I was carrying around with me, which would get, it's interesting, it gets like, all electronics get moldy inside. You have to be careful. You have to keep running them so they don't, but it still worked enough. And all right, so here we are. Listen to the old version. I bet it's very different. I haven't heard it for a long time. I imagine it's very different. So here we have a piece entitled July, a month for building and messes. I hear the snatch of a melody, and my mind spins into another nostalgia. Everything must be connected web-like for such effect. In the midst of life, to wonder what it is these moments make. Reaching for a feeling from somewhere before the bird screech tweets cut through. The nostalgia of birdsong, perhaps most pure. The nostalgia of grass scents, exuding resins, loam, and tempered decay. One day, this day in summer, I must work. where through muscles conceive, construct, combine elements of necessity and aesthetic fancy, mundane grounds, and this lunar mind that leads on, a piper to the wayworn gaze. It wanders now back to task through slight clouds and wavering wonders, casting a skipping trail through wisps of fancy dissolving as they form step to step to step to step. I'll carry my sack of thorns to the moon, with midnight in my cup. These twin obsessions, the addiction to building and the wistfulness of passing summer. I lose myself day to day in the labor, possessed by some facet of the project. The next phase, there's a vague notion of an outside world and other things to be done, but they recede, yielding to the immediacy, the imminence of the project. It strikes me the same ever as when I was a child, preoccupied with little blocks to realize the conception of my creation. Every spare moment focused on the design and the execution of the project. Every moment away, a painful impatience, just like right now. I want to get out to the project. Obligatory appointments like pesky flies. The spacious platform and the little pieces in a box. The miniature castle, moat and drawbridge, catapult and toothpick ballista. I've got a nice platform at the moment for my little blocks out there. That was something I did do today. I made myself a little platform. Now the morning trucks begin clanking away like boats at harbor in these wee hours. The night insects hum, ranging at the borders of perception. They occupy that place where I mayn't be sure what might be a wee hour hallucination. Those sounds that feel as though they come in from the head, omnipresent. Resisting localization, the sound map decoheres. There's something there. Or is it the sound of my ear listening, reaching to hear the things I always wanted to do? Such as fashion a light at the end of my pen for easy midnight writing, so as not to jar the midnight mind with too harsh a glare. Wouldn't that be cool? I always thought that. Does that exist? Is there little, like, pencil clip-on lighters? I want one that's just dim, just like a little glow so you can barely see the page. It could be like a little clamp on to the pen light, glow stick. I suppose the common fantasy of the days is to misconstrue what is possible to accomplish within them. But is anything at all possible without, in the moment, forgetting oneself to the day? Lost in the immediacy, given over to the alluring obsession of the next phase of the project. As though all life will be transfigured, or at least become much more interesting, once that next portion of the project is manifest. Days in exhaustion, grinding to the wire. In some days, the body is repaired. It may take several. Is it 3 that's required for resurrection? A longing again to stretch and linger the morning moment over coffee to consider what is to be done with the day, what might become before the end of it. And it begins to appear as though the day is approaching somewhere off in the distance. It's not merely the moon, I suppose. There's light enough to write by, enough to see the squiggles where the page is occupied. That'd be the main concern, the main task of any light. What one requires is merely a glow, a subtle glow to faintly illumine the page, like unto the soft glow of blue stones. Though, checking now, I see that the glow of blue stones has indeed faded on the path by these wee hours. At, say, middle night, they still present themselves, but by morning they merge, indistinguishable from the other non-phosphorescent pebbles, sticks, and ground-borne earthly objects. I have all the windows, I have all the doors, just now to put together all the pieces in between. One day, I'll tell you, with morning in my cup, why I carry my sack of thorns to the moon. To the light of morning, from the dark of the night, the sheet of the ocean dancing with the light, many shapes and sizes of creatures unborn, creatures asleep, creatures unformed, vast celestial branches part the clouds of the night, on the soft earth spread rapture of dawn, the gate of the dream in the crack of the sun. One boundless ocean, one infinite sun, one small sail billows to ports unknown. In the breath of morning, to the light of the day, all the shapes and sizes of creatures at play, vast celestial branches part the clouds of the night, on the soft earth spread rapture of dawn, the gate of the dream in the crowd.